Hello, welcome back. Thank you for being here. Let's see which zodiac sign needs the next reading. Ba-da-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-da, ba-da-da. So maybe something about Christmas. Dreaming of the white. We'll do Aquarius. Christmas. So maybe you're dealing with a Sag or a Capricorn. Tell us more for Aquarius people and placements. Messages for our lovely Aquarius people and placements from their highest timeline and team. Guardians and guides. You could be detaching from something. Justice in the reverse. This could have been a relationship, maybe a Libra, a court situation, a contract. Tell me more for Aquarius. Moving out of a stasis or a period of rest. This could have been something to do with a commitment, something about your personal happiness. You could be working on that at this time. Where are your passions? We have the Elemental of Wands. I believe that's the Ace of Wands on this deck in the reverse. So, maybe something wasn't aligned or you're connecting with your soul. Let's see more maybe what the Ace of Wands in reverse could specifically mean. Ace of Wands reversed. Signifies a lack of motivation, creative blocks, or stalled progress. It suggests the initial enthusiasm may have waned. And yeah, so maybe this wasn't something that had like real, maybe it was more lust, typically is what the wands represents. And projects or ideas might be struggling to gain traction. So maybe there's like a lack of grounding. This card encourages a reevaluation of goals and a search for renewed inspiration. Let's see, lost spark, okay, lack of direction, need for reevaluation. We are in heavy retrograde energy right now. We also have, I think Pluto's still in retrograde, and it'll be conjoining that full moon in Aquarius, which will be conjoining all your personal placements as a transit on Friday, Saturday, I believe. A lack of passion or excitement in a relationship or feeling that the relationship is not progressing. So if this is about a relationship, it could be those kind of themes. Of course, there's different sections in there, but let's continue. I feel like somebody needs to turn on a light because I feel like I just felt for like a moment like I didn't have enough light, which was interesting. I'm gonna light a candle. I already have a candle lit, but we're gonna light another, I think, as a symbol, I suppose. That was a weird feeling. So maybe you need to light a candle as well. This could be something about like calling in your spirit team, your guides, your guardians, the light itself, understanding, illumination, clarity. Happiness, joy. Okay, where the fudge is my freaking... I'm getting angry. That's weird. Maybe this is a metaphor. Maybe you've lost your lighter recently, because I don't know where my lighter is, so we're not going to do that, evidently. At least not right now. But do you know what we can use? Sound. There we go. Yeah, there's something about healing with a star there on the top of the deck, kind of calling in support. You can see she's kind of reaching out almost to the unseen. That's so weird. I'm getting a headache randomly. That's weird. Let's continue with some actions. Just realized this is already out for my last reading. Sorry about that. Let's get your actions for Aquarius, people and placements. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, this could be somebody who is a feminine water sign that you could have been dealing with. So this could be more for the masculines, maybe, for the masculine perspective, especially if you have Taurus energy. It says moody, withdrawn, insecure, inconsistent of honor, neglectful, dependence, and martyrdom. So maybe you were dealing with somebody like this. They could have had Libra placements. This could have been just a feminine who was not in their element, wasn't caring for themselves emotionally, or was kind of thrown off emotionally in some way. Find balance in your life to build your success. Two of Pentacles. This is about dispersing your energy. Wandering, argumentative, change in circumstances, adaptability, and balance. Tell you more about their actions for Aquarius. The Hermit. This could be about like letting something go. So selflessness, integration, and attainment. All of life's answers are within you. Wisdom sought, solitude, inner truth, divine inspiration, enlightenment. Alrighty. Yeah, something about a family affair with 10 of Cups on the top as a part of your advice. I feel like I'm speaking to a masculine. This could be somebody older. I mean, you could be someone older, at least older than me, maybe. Lasting success. How to build belonging or happiness or home or generosity, contentment, and family. Okay, let's get you a familiar for Aquarius. I almost wanted to say masculines. That's interesting. Aquarius men. Messages for Aquarius. If this is not your reading, then maybe this is just confirmations for the men. Aquarius, masculine, or yeah, see? Survival, lizard. Tell me more, any extra messages from their highest teams of light. Badger, persecution. Sovereignty in the reverse. Maybe somebody was lacking a sense of sovereignty in their life or something. Badger. Anything else? Last messages for Aquarius. Vulnerability, seal. Okay, let's see. I don't get this one often. Seal. Isolation, frozen out, susceptible to harm and doubt, at risk and bothered by the cold, swim away now, strong and bold. Sagittarius energy. Page 90. Or travel, expansion, deities, faith, optimism. Survivor instincts have cut you off, and recent events have left you powerless and out in the cold. Your increasing sensitivity has left you wounded and susceptible to emotional injury, and you could be seen as easy prey. Being wide open to criticism, verbal attack, and judgment has put you at the mercy of your doubts, fears, and uncertainties, which all dampen your resolve. Let me banish those from your life who would not stand up to protect you. It's time to become thick-skinned, to be fully aware, and not be so gullible. And yet try not to act with such caution, for defensive reactions could push the right people away. Although there are opposing forces at play, which we are approaching that full moon, right? The full moon in Aquarius is opposing the sun in Leo, and they're all about like our interactions with others. You don't necessarily have to fight them all the time. Instead of drowning in self-pity, go with the flow. Keeping aloof and unique separates you from those who would bring you down is vital for survival at present. And we also got survival, lizard. Never mistake kindness as weakness. A project could be in jeopardy. A relationship is not what you think it is. You are easily influenced. Someone has a hold over you. Forgive yourself and others. So maybe just like your spirit team, emotions run the show. Past hurts affect behavior towards others. Up your protection. When Sedna's fingers were cut off, they fell into the water and became seals and other sea creatures, immortalizing her as the Inuit sea goddess. I think she was betrayed by her father, I believe. That's an astrological placement. So maybe your asteroid in your own chart, which there's a great website, AstroSeek, has asteroid like layouts. So maybe Sedna is making some weird aspect or synastry between you and this person's chart, but that's kind of slightly not super advanced, but anyways. It says seals and dreams indicate financial, business help and assurance. Work with seal magic to drown your susceptibility to hurt. Cast seal spells to make enemies vulnerable to attack. Yikes. So maybe somebody was like trying to attack someone, take away someone's sovereignty. Ugh, icky. This could be in career. There could be cycles closing out, fear-based cycles. Let's get you a flower. Actually, the fact that those books move like that means that I think we need to take a Sabian symbol. So we're going to do Aquarius. People and placements. Messages for Aquarius. Sabian symbols for Aquarius. Aquarius. People, placements, Aquarius energies. We have Leo 12. We have Aquarius 26. Interesting. Maybe these are like similar to the degrees that are happening with the opposition between the full moon or something, or maybe Pluto or something. So let's see. Sabian. Let's start with Leo 12. Taurus energy. Aries. Leo 12. An evening garden party of adults. An evening garden party of adults. Okay, Oracle. This symbol signifies taking a much-needed break from work. Give the rigors of your work routine a rest. Relaxation amongst your peers, where there's no need for exuberant pretense, can do nothing but good. Remember to live in the moment, enjoying this time out from the care and trouble. It's important to give time and energy to your social life, as it refreshes you and leads to new friendships and contacts. However, too much ambition or trying to compete with others on a social level makes it hard to relax and truly enjoy yourself, and can alienate others. If you don't feel that you fit in with the group, remain composed and wait it out. You may have to put on a socially acceptable or brave face, or go along with whatever is expected. If this is the case, fulfill your role for the time being. It won't be long before you're back in your own space again. Whatever, fill your cup, have a bite to eat, and relax with friends. Keywords: rising above superficiality into receptivity and peace with others. People mixing into social setting, sedate and conservative celebrations. Formal events versus impromptu gatherings, gossip, leisure time, political correctness, enjoying socializing, being a good conversationalist, drinks and food on platters, knowing who to invite. The caution: a sense of superficiality where things are known but not said aloud. Appearance in social gatherings, standing, taking on too much importance, ignoring real and immediate issues, not knowing how to act with the adults, malicious gossip, having to face those you don't want to see, getting drunk and out of bounds, false fronts. This could be something about your work or job as well, reciprocity as well, money, mindsets, It says commentary. An evening garden party of adults is an image of people relaxing, chatting, and getting to know each other. Enjoying time spent with friends, family, neighbors can bring new depths to relationships and community. It also leads to meeting new people and networking of ideas. Gossip often comes up at the evening garden party. People talk about each other, swapping tales of their own and other people's lives. As long as it's not harmful or malicious, gossip can be a valuable part of weaving a society. Talking together about one's life, each other, and indeed those not present can lead to a deeper understanding of our lives and provides a chance to catch up on what people have been doing. Socializing and chatting is a part of the way we keep in contact with the news of the day. And some quotes say, if I shall sell both my forenoons and afternoons to society, as most appear to do, I'm sure that for me there would be nothing worth living for. Henry David Thoreau. I mean, he's a very deep person. I think he was more of an isolationist, if that's a word. He loved the forest, right? Yeah, Thoreau. Anyways, ever notice that soup for one is 8 aisles away from the party mix? Elaine Boosler. There is only one thing in the world worse than being talked about, and that is not being talked about. Oscar Wilde. Giving parties is a trivial avocation, but it pays the dues for my union card in humanity. Elsa Maxwell. When Jerry Lewis and I were big, we used to go to parties, and everyone thought I was big-headed and stuck up, but I wasn't. It was because I didn't know how to speak good English, so I used to keep my mouth shut. Dean Martin. Living in New York is like being at some terrible late-night party. You're tired, you've had a headache since you arrived, and you can't leave because then you'd miss the party. Simon Hoggart. The cocktail party is easily the worst invention since castor oil. What the hell? I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't love partying, so I guess I can relate. Maybe you can relate. Let's see what else we've got for your other Sabian symbol. We have Aquarius 26. It says a garage man testing a car's battery with a hydrometer. Okay. Is an image of a mechanic testing the running efficiency of a car. He's checking to see if any mechanical problems or repairs are needed. Most specifically, he's checking the water of the car's battery in order to assure things will run well. So maybe there's a lot of emotions, like water. A hydrometer is capable of measuring many things: alcohol, salt, water, anything that may be held or suspended in water. Oracle. The symbol reflects the need for a mechanical approach to the issue at hand, or the calling of a mechanically minded person. There is a need to take a more objective or inventive view that is relative to modern society, performing necessary checks and balances to ensure the smooth running of our lives is a part of the everyday maintenance of society, our appliances, and ourselves. We have a lot of retrograde energy, right? The garage man could be testing the battery because there's a problem he needs to analyze, or he could be performing routine preventative maintenance. Certainly, it is better to keep an eye on things before they go wrong. Figuring out any malfunction so that life can proceed in a smoother, more efficient manner helps keep everything running smoothly. Perhaps there's a need for someone of authority, someone removed from your situation, to give some assistance, repairs, or feedback. An interesting aspect of the car's battery is that the water, the emotional element, when combined with the positive and negative elements of the battery, is a self-empowering system. In this situation, it is the level of water, the emotional dependability of the situation that is being measured, because that is what is important. Ideally, sorry. Anyways, sorry. Where am I? Blah, blah, blah. In this situation, it is right, okay. Ideally, water that is used in a car's battery should be pure. Okay. So this could be like an emotional basis that's more pure or happy. You may need to use some type of gauge on the health of your emotional reactions. This symbol can reflect the need to keep an eye on the mechanics of the body. Yeah, so like food, eating, resting, being calm, nervous system regulation, and to be careful of dehydration or drinking enough water, because when you don't have enough water, your brain becomes negative. I think it starts to die, I think too, I don't know. Keywords: testing the earthly vehicle for its roadworthiness, situations that have boiled over. And a lot of, like, when you're at a lower frequency, you're naturally attracting entities who want to keep you at a lower frequency, so they don't want you to take good care of your body, because then you have more control over it or something. I don't know. Situations that have boiled over, bringing all to a stop, breakdowns and the need for repair, checking water levels, anticipating future problems, the need for good batteries, cars being serviced, oil, petrol, and grease, checkups and tune-ups, bringing forward movement to a halt. Be caution, causing distress by constantly analyzing people or situations, bad breath or dry skin, not taking time for repairs or tune-ups, running on empty. This could be about socializing. Maybe somebody here networks a lot or talks a lot. Something about their health, though, maybe. It says some quotes. The expectations of life depend upon diligence. The mechanic that would perfect his work must first sharpen his tools. Confucius. I do not forget that I am a mechanic. I am proud to own it. Neither do I forget that the Apostle Paul was a tent maker, Socrates was a sculptor, and Archimedes was a mechanic. Andrew Jackson. It is a good idea to shop around before you settle on a doctor. Ask about the condition of his Mercedes. Ask about the competence of his mechanic. Don't be shy, after all, you're paying for it. Dave Barry. The great happiness of life I find, after all, to consist in the regular discharge of some mechanical duty. Frederick von Schiller. We boil at different degrees. I mean, we're made of different stuff. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Humanity is moving in a circle. The progress in mechanical things of the past 100 years has proceeded at the cost of losing many other things, which perhaps were much more important for it. Okay, interesting. Alrighty, let's get you some juicy messages before we close out. Interesting reading. Alrighty, juicy messages from their highest teams of light for Aquarius people and placements. Aquarius messages. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. From their highest teams of light, ancestors, angels, guardian angels, and guides. Something about closing something out potentially, or let's see. Something about salad. Maybe somebody needs to eat a salad or fruit. But I'm seeing a salad, like walnuts or spinach. Anything else for Aquarius people and placements from their highest teams of light? You could find that gives you like nutrients or energy, maybe, or health boosts, or mind boosts, anything else. Like something with spinach, not like a lettuce one. Just knock and ask to be let in. So this could be about opportunities, doors, manifestations. Intriguing. This could be something about work, potentially a contract, a belief, a deity. I deserve to be healthy and wealthy. So this could be an affirmation you can affirm in your reality. You could be realizing this, coming in to confuse you. Maybe somebody is planning to do this. Stillness is sacred, grounding / integrating. And we have, so if you feel pressure to like always go, it's really important that you don't sometimes, because your body's doing changes, rewirings, recalibrations, build up spiritual strength. You could be like literally elevating your frequency. That takes changes. Tell them you have to go. So maybe you need to like exit or do like a Irish goodbye. Is that what you call it? Your soul chose this. So interesting. Jump off deadly sinking ship. So maybe you need to make some quick changes. I am evolving every day. So just reaffirm that, and as soon as you wake up, pray with your spirit team to guide you towards greater understandings, revelations, realizations. You guys will be receiving a lot of that strong energy with that full moon approaching us this at the end of the week, conjoining all your Aquarius placements. So maybe whatever planets or houses Aquarius rules will be the area of your life that is receiving this kind of understanding energy or culmination energy, ending karmic cycle. Yeah, endings, right? I love your uniqueness. So this could be about realizing things about Aquarius energy, which is about being unique, growing business. So maybe you have a growing business or growing clientele or growing kind of career. Protect yourself from evil eyes. So maybe if you are growing or elevating or just being more efficient or productive, you do need to protect it. Too much disdain / disempowerment in their spirit. So somebody here could operate at a very low frequency, so they're going to continue to project, and that's why it's so important to protect. Stay mentally strong, not allowing mind control. And it says, wants to sabotage your stability. So maybe this person wanted to take away someone's sovereignty. Listen to your inner heart / guides. And we have, wants to keep you in a cycle. It says, everything that hasn't worked out is a blessing. Or is the blessing. That's so true. Especially when we're like in the in-between stage. But if you think back on things that haven't worked out and where they led you, it's like, oh, thank God. Manifest exactly what you want right now. So I'm going to end it there. Hope you enjoyed this quick little reading. Thank you so much for being here. I would appreciate a like. I do have haters on the channel. You can get a personal using the Buy Me a Coffee link or leave a tip through there. Best of luck. Take care.